And good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the ButtKicker Gamer 180 here. Beautiful Homestead-Miami Speedway. If you saw us for the truck race last night, know that there's going to be some great action here tonight in the Xfinity race as we go on board here with that 19 Blanchard. We'll see what he's got for us as he is going to set his second lap, 33.797. That's currently going to set him second, but we've got a lot of guys that left to qualify, so we'll see how the qualifications goes for these drivers. Ron Morris Jr., he just finished his qualification, currently sitting third, fastest, or his last lap was a 33.9. We'll see what Benjamin Branscom's going to set as he goes in at a 33.857 for his first lap, as he's going to get her woed up here for turn number one. We'll see a lot of the track be used here tonight. Last night we saw that outside lane become dominant later on. We'll see if it does the same for the Xfinity cars. Very excited here for the ButtKicker Gamer 180. We'll see these guys get ready to go. Here that Autism Speaks 94 machine Christopher Pendle currently got himself sitting in a 7th place out of the 9 drivers that have qualified. See if he's able to better himself on this second lap. 33.718. He does better himself, so that's going to move him up to 4th currently out of the 11 drivers, that have qualified as we ride on board with that 12 machine, Robbie Richards, as he is going to come down the back straightaway, lap number 2. 33.755. That is his first lap. Is he going to up his game here as he is going to roll it out of turns 3 and 4? It's going to be interesting to see how these guys take the track here tonight with these low downforce setups of the Xfinity cars. It's going to be very interesting how the racing is going to get. We know 1 and 2 is a danger zone on restarts. In fixed racing, open racing, all the way up to league racing, we've seen it, all the way up into the real life, of turn 1 and 2 being very dangerous here at Homestead on restarts. Very excited to see how the guys here in the Bluegrass Xfinity, this is the second race of their inaugural season here. So excited to see who's trying to make their stamp here tonight. We saw a lot of good racing last night in the Truck Series. Stayed green flag actually the whole race. I couldn't believe it either. It was a mighty fine job from our Bluegrass truck guys as we're seeing drivers set laps back and forth now. Christopher Darling, 33.63 his last time. Bryce Hunter going to be second. John Pill third with Nate Maurer fourth. At the moment, that is your top 4 with Robbie Richards in 5th. So Jeremiah Hobbs currently going out to set his second lap, as it looks like he just did, 33.795 for the man who's in the booth with us on Monday nights. I think he might be here for the Cup race tomorrow, right, Chris?
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, he will be here tomorrow. But good to see Jeremiah out here, even though he just pinned it into the wall right there. He was just goofing off. As we got Nate Maurer, that 971 machine, who's sitting currently in 4th. We're right on board here with Logan Joyner. We'll let you see what it's like to go a full lap around here, Chris. If you want to hop on board and do that onboard camera of that Joyner machine, we're just going through all the cameras here, letting you see all the different angles. Chris is just testing all of his angles out, too. This is really the first time tonight since pre-testing that he has had the opportunity to kind of play with his camera. So we're going to go ahead and ride on board here with Joyner, who just got out on his hot lap. This is lap number 1. And just listen to the throttle and the braking you have to use in these Xfinity cars compared to last night in the trucks. A lot different lines and throttle inputs, as you're going to see that car really wash up to the top of the track here. Joyner's got it under control. He's going to dig down the back straightaway, and I'll shut up. Let you enjoy these sights right here as he rolls it into turn 3 and 4. All right, so that lap number 1, you saw Joyner come to the line when I said I was going to hush up. That 34 machine actually set the third fastest lap of the session with a 33.5. So really good lap from Joyner. Is right now Jason Collins is going to be your pole sitter at the moment. Right on board with last week's Xfinity winner at Daytona, that Ronnie Shirk machine, as he is going to finish qualifying for himself. 6th position currently at the moment.
He's right on board here with Bryce Hunter. Looks like he set himself up into that 4th position, but currently looks like he's just cruising around the track using this time to get a little practice in. We're going to go on board here with that 24. Matthew Moniak, he's going to be pulling out onto that backstretch to go ahead and try to get a lap down, but it doesn't look like he's going to have enough time. Only 22 seconds left in the qualifying session, so we'll be going green here before too long.
All right, and we're glad you are about to join us here for the ButtKicker Gamer 2 180. As the ButtKicker Gamer 2 adds instant immersion to any game, unlike a subwoofer that moves air, ButtKicker products move actual mass, producing a haptic immersion that's powerful and accurate. So experience powerful bass even while using headphones or a gaming headset. Also, the ButtKicker Gamer 2 easily attached to your standard center post chairs, so you can check them out at ButtKicker.com. So we're going to go ahead and get through your grid here, as it looks like everybody is getting ready to go here, as Jason, the main man Collins, our fearless leader, he is going to be starting off the night here in pole position. That Bluegrass Xfinity ButtKicker. Chevy Camaro going to be lining up on the pole position here tonight. Then it's going to be Christopher Darling, that 11 machine. He's going to be rounding out that pole position top lane there. He's going to be outside pole here, line up P2. That 34 of Lucas Joyner, you rode on board with him when he set his lap. That 34 machine, he's going to ride at P3 here tonight as we go to the green. Then it's going to be Bryce Hunter, P4 here, then John Pill in that P5 spot. Last week's race winner, that 51, the Shirk on the lurk, Ronnie Shirk in that Rims 151 machine, going to be starting P6 here tonight. Then it's going to be Nate Maurer in that P7 position, that 971 machine. Bad fast, usually. We'll see if that 971's got anything for these boys tonight, starting P7. Then it's going to be Chris LeBourgeois, that 83. Good to see him back in contention here tonight. He is going to be starting P8. Robbie Richards going to be starting P9 with Christopher Pendle in that P10 spot. Then we're going to get back to the rest of the field here. Jeremiah Hobbs starting in that P11 spot. Christopher Blanchard, P12. Ben Branscombe, P13 with Ron Morris Jr., Truck Season Daytona opening winner in P14. Brett Nilsson going to be P15 with Tyler Johnson in that P16 spot. Gary Jaworski in that P17 spot. Joey Dos Santos in that P18 spot. And then it's going to go on board here just with Brad Gebhardt in that P19 spot. Matthew Moniak, P20. Michael Brizin is going to round out your field in that 21st spot. So that is going to be your 21 Xfinity race cars that are going to take the green flag here tonight for the ButtKicker Gamer 2 180. As you see Jason Collins doing it in fashion, bringing that ButtKicker number 3 to the pole position and he is going to make the boys back at ButtKicker home happy, because he has got that race car sitting on the pole position as we are going and getting ready to go green here. All right. Here we come out of turn number 4. iRacing pace car going to take that left turn into the restart zone. These boys are going to come. Green flag is out for the first time tonight. Jason Collins, Christopher Darling going to bring the boys to green. We'll see what they've got for us here tonight. Homestead-Miami used to be where the championship races were ran. Now that is a thing of the past. These boys getting out here regular season, digging here at a track that is so tough to tame sometimes, unlike, you know, that's Darlington's motto there, but it's very true about this Homestead track. This track can be very, very tough. As you see Jason Collins already washing up to that top lane as that 11 of Christopher Darling going to be coming to the lead. Lucas Joyner and that Jim Bean 34 machine trying to get his way through as well, as Jason Collins going to fight back on that outside lane.
Really
good to see
run.
The multi-groove racing here is, Collins, big run into turn number 1 here. Lap number 2, it looks like that 11 of Darling going to lead.
Whoa.
Collins, man, up on the wall. It's good to see Jason. He's finding some pace here early. That outside lane's moving. Collins back to the lead. Here comes Joyner.
Yeah, you see Jason Collins running that top lane. Looks like he got into the wall just a little bit going into turn 1. It looks like he's going to straighten it back up, get it rolling underneath him. He's going to get around that 11 of Christopher Darling. You know, you see that that 11 machine doing a really good job up here as well, and he's also got that 34 of Logan Joyner on that inside lane now. So that 11 going to have some battling setting up. Is Jason Collins, I say that, Jeremiah Hobbs setting the fastest lap of the session with a 33.69.
Up 3 positions already. That 10 machine is rolling. He's passing him up, slicing, dicing. He learned something in that truck race last night. He saw what these boys are doing and said, hey, I'm going to go out there and do that in the Xfinity race. Good to see Jeremiah picking up some positions here early. Let's go here to that 9 machine. Bryce Hunter currently sitting 4th. The only guy really right here in the top 5 besides Jason that hasn't really moved positions. Nate Maurer, that 971, trying to peek to his inside just a little bit now, about a 10th back as he's behind that 11 of Christopher Darling. You see that 971 to the inside there as we go into turn number 1. That 12 also, that'd be Robbie Richards. Looks like he's taking a peek at that 971 there for a moment. Is that a turn number 2? We come racing down the back straightaway here in turn number, or lap number 4. And woo, little bit of contact there between Hobbs.
Yeah, one thing
and John Pill, I want to say.
Yeah, one thing to watch in these races is coming out of turns 2 and 4, you're going to see a lot of drivers riding that outside wall. You're going to see like a lot of drivers doing what I like to call giving the high five as you're coming out of the turn. Just like to slap that tail end up against the straightaway. So watch for that coming out of turn 2. We're actually going to see if we can see a little bit of it on this camera right now. You see not a lot of drivers really taking that high lane right now, but whenever the high lane starts to open up here in a little bit, you will be seeing it.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time before these guys start to experiment here in a moment. I mean, 5 laps in, we're really not in the moment to be talking about tires just yet, but it's getting there. And eventually we're going to be talking fuel strategy, then we're going to be talking stage break, and then, man, it's going to be awesome. This race already off to a good start is that 34 of Joyner. Now starting to really close that gap to Collins as out of turn number 2. That 34 machine might be peeking down the back straightaway. Did Collins just hit the outside wall a little bit, Chris? Not sure. Saw a little bit of bubble in that race car. Could have been just a little bit of a server side lag on me, but that 3 either hit the wall, excuse me. It doesn't look like any damage on that 3 of Jason Collins. And just might have been a little server side lag on me. Gonna hang out with these boys racing on the 5th position on back. We're just gonna take a gander through our field as you see that 10 Old Spice Office Depot Tony Stewart-esque looking at Jeremiah Hobbs' machine as he's gonna roll 2 wide down the back straightaway with John Pill, the man he just made a little bit of contact with, but no harm, no foul. They went over the radio, both said, hey, it's cool. We're just out here racing, and that's what happens at a track like Homestead. As we roll back up here, that 11, that 971 of Nate Maurer tracking down that 12 machine of Robbie Richards and Christopher Darling. Nate Maurer, one of those guys, man, who is just scary. You never want to know if Mauer's, saving tires, or if he's got tires, or if, his tires are falling off. It doesn't matter. Mauer is a very, very scary guy to race around because he can always have your number any day. And on his day, that 971 machine is very, very untouchable.
Yeah, that 971 machine of Nate Mauer. It's like we said last season, had the privilege of racing against him. So I do know how menacing he is out there on the track. He is definitely one of those drivers that you have to watch out for when you're when he's behind you, because 1 second you're like, oh yeah, no, he's a second and a half back, and then the next thing you know, he's 3/4 of a tenth back
down,
from
yeah.
you. So
dragging you down.
Yeah, he'll run you down real quick coming out of corners. So that's one thing about that 971. He likes to just hang out in the back of the pack and let everything happen, and he just kind of drives through the field.
Chris, it was one of those things I remember when I was like your spotter and everything, and I'd be like, hey, 971 truck coming up, it's Mauer. He's gaining on us a little bit. Next thing I know, 2 laps later, I'm like, all right, Mauer's here to pass us. Just let this truck go, man. He is darn fast, and you're just going to be holding him up. So that 971 knows what to do in this situation. He's got a lot of race experience underneath him on the platform, and he can get it done. Like I said, on his day, one of the best on the track. As we got a lot of racing going back there, Chris, in the 15th position on back. You see Jeremiah Hobbs falling back a little bit in that 10 machine. As we go back here in your field just a little bit, you see the 5 of Tyler Johnson as we're out on board with the 44. Brad Gebhardt go on board with our Kinder Performance blimp shot here as that 25 machine of Joey Dos Santos and Brad Gebhardt go too wide down the back straightaway here. That J&J number 44 Toyota Supra, I almost said Toyota. He's going to dive it off on that high lane. That 25 washed it up a little bit as you see the 8 of Brett Nilsson. Oh, and look at that. Jeremiah Hobbs in the wall, Chris. That seems like it's been a theme with anything that doesn't got a bet on it. Jeremiah has just been very, very loose these past couple weeks. And I say past couple weeks as in we've seen him debut in the Cup Series last season. And Jeremiah was, a very consistent driver in the Truck Series. But it seems like ever since he's gotten in the Xfinity, gotten in the Cup, he just really hasn't found that rhythm yet. Unfortunate for Jeremiah to get hit in the wall early. That's just one of those things in Homestead that happens. Kind of like Darlington. If you don't come away with Homestead with a little bit of right side damage, you probably weren't driving the car hard enough.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks that can be very demanding. On your tires, be very demanding on all of your attention.
He has killed his equipment.
You see Jeremiah washing up very high there into the wall. So yeah, Jeremiah having a little bit of an issue. Not looking too good for that 10 machine, but hey, maybe he's just having a little bit of tires issues in the beginning. Not really sure. We're going to go back up here up front. See that 34 machine has got around Jason Collins. So pass for the lead here at lap 13. So the 34 machine doing a good job getting around that 3 machine. We'll see if we can go back and find that pass for position.
Here it is down the back straightaway. They just went too wide. It looks like Collins just going to forfeit it. He's not really looks like he's fighting back too hard. Just riding that outside lane cruise, and whoever's in his ear right now, probably just telling him, you're good, Jason. He got a little bit loose coming off of the corner. Probably just wanting to save that equipment as we get closer and closer to the stage here coming up. But we'll just see as lap 14. It's going to be Joyner out in the lead. Bryce Hunter, Christopher Darling battling back there, Chris, too wide for that 3rd position. Is that 9 of Bryce Hunter going to drive it to the outside lane, and that 9 machine, the 11, he is going to be on the inside lane. And let's see if Darling's got the slide job. It looks like he might. Clear, and here comes the 9 right to that back bumper. Textbook slide job from the 11. That's door bumper clear right there, baby. 11 just put it in there, and we're going to see a big drive in from the 9 here, and that's going to get him up into this outside wall. Maybe. Yeah, he's into the outside wall. There he goes. So the 9, big drive in. When you get the 11 like that cleared in front of you, or any driver, I wouldn't say just the 11 per se, but you get a driver slide job and you like that. Whoa, and into the wall goes Hunter again, and this is going to open up the door for Mauer big time. So Bryce Hunter got to find something with that race car, the remedy for his problems. He needs a solution, and he needs it fast. That race car seems like it's doing something he doesn't want to.
Yeah, you see Nate Mauer taking that inside lane on that 9 of Bryce Hunter. Bryce Hunter having a little bit of issues with that 9 machine, so not sure what's going on with him. Probably fighting that loose bug like that 10 machine of Jeremiah Hobbs is, but see Jeremiah Hobbs falling all the way back to that 20th position now. But Logan Joyner is still out here in the lead, but look at that, Josh. That 3 of Jason Collins, he has not let that 34 out of his front windshield. And right behind him, that 11 of Christopher Darling also doing a really good job catching back up.
Chris, isn't it crazy how this stage one is kind of played out very, very scarily similar to stage one of the truck race last night? One driver kind of dominating early in the race. Then we saw another driver take the lead and kind of just run away with it at stage one. And then it seems like stage two might be the place where we're going to see each and every one of these drivers who has learned what the track's doing, what the car's doing in dirty air. They're going to take those fresh good gears at the end of the stage. I feel like we're going to have one hell of a restart on our hands. But right now, lap 17, a little bit too early to be talking that about 13, 14, 15, however many laps to go to the stage. And we'll be seeing drivers starting to reel each other in right now, maybe starting to see a little bit of equipment difference. Some drivers maybe just pushing a little bit too much. We'll see if other drivers been conserving as we're getting to that stage of the race now. Lap 20 coming up soon, where you're going to start seeing guys very, very different approach to the racetrack.
Right now,
oh, sorry, Chris.
I was going to say, right now we're riding on board with that 11 machine of Christopher Darling. You see him, he's falling back just a little bit to Jason Collins, maybe lost 1/10 of a second to that 3 machine. But Jason Collins right now doing a really good job holding on to Logan Joyner, only 2/10 off of that 34 machine. So right now they're doing a really good job of keeping up with that front machine. Do see Nate Maurer still hanging on to that position. He's currently up 3 positions right now, with Christopher Pindell also behind him up 5 positions. So we've got a couple of movers in the field. You see Bryce
Ronnie
Hunter.
Shirk.
Yeah, Ronnie Shirk and Bryce Hunter. I was about to say Bryce Hunter falling back just a little bit. So you see that 9 machine getting into the wall a little bit, falling back to that 51 machine of Ronnie Shirk. He is on the lurk right now. We always say it. That 51 machine, he just kind of comes up out of nowhere. Tyler Johnson also making a really big move.
999, reckon. He's going to save it. Jeremiah Hobbs coming down pit road. Looks like the 9 as well. Maybe not.
Jeremiah Hobbs down pit lane.
Yeah, he's going to be our first guy down pit road here tonight. 10 machine going to be down pit road. We'll see if he can make something out of it. We'll see if Hobbs is going to bounce back, as Collins now tracking down a little bit, losing that gap to Joyner, now getting tracked down by Darling, who was about 7/10 back about 2 or 3 laps ago. Now starting to put that gain onto Collins. We'll see if Darling can get up there and maybe do something about these boys running up here in the lead. It looks like Joyner starting to find that little bit of a gap. That clean air here at Homestead does you magic, it feels like. And we'll see if that 34 machine is going to extend this lead. But it looks like the 11 of Christopher Darling is going to come down pit road. 7 to John Pill this time as well. So here comes more of your green flag pit stop cycle starting here at lap number 22, Chris.
Yeah, just paying attention to that. Saw that 11 machine going ahead and diving it down. Also, you say John Pill coming down pit lane as well. So Logan Joyner, he's already separated that gap out now. It was at only 2/10 of a second. He's put on about 4/10 now, so he's sitting at about a 0.6 of a second gap between him and Jason Collins. So right now that 34 machine doing a really good job on holding that pace, put it up now to almost 3/4 of a tenth. So yeah, he's now got it up to 0.8 of a second. So Logan Joyner finding a little bit of more momentum. Nate Maurer falling back just a little bit, got about 2-second gap between him and Jason Collins. But Christopher Pindell also doing a really good job hanging on with these boys up here in the front. Tyler Johnson, you saw have a little bit of an incident there with that 9 machine. Bryce Hunter a little bit earlier. So you see him still sitting up here in that 5th spot, up 11 positions. So good on that 5 machine. And then you've got Robert Richards currently sitting in that 6th spot. Ben Brandt's coming in 7th. Yeah, Ronnie Shirk coming down pit road. Brad Gebhardt down pit lane. Michael Brisen also down pit lane. The 3 down. Also, Logan Joyner coming down right now. Jason Collins down as well. Nate Maurer, Tyler Johnson.
LaBourgeois, Nelson. Looks like we got a lot of guys coming down pit lane. The only one that have not are Pindell, Richards, Branscombe, Blanchard, Moniac, Dos Santos, and Ron Morris Jr.
Yeah, just going to go ahead and go to the Facebook and the YouTube chat. Will, you see the 94 there getting down on that bottom lane, maybe coming down pit lane? No, just looks like maybe got a little loose there. Christopher Pindell getting a little
the speed
loose.
Divots,
yeah.
Though. Those fresh tires doing wonders for those boys that just went down and got them. Yeah, Robbie Richards going to come down pit road.
But going to go ahead and give a shout out to Josh Clemens. He says, have a great race, boys, in Facebook and YouTube. So shout out to him. Joey Doucette, let's go, boys. His last night's truck winner. Sorry about the race and not being able to put the finished product up on the stream. Just having a lot of computer issues. So sorry about that, Joey. You know, we saw you win last night, man. We saw it. Also got in the Facebook chat, Bobby Hall Jr. Excuse me, I said that last night too. I said Bobby Hill instead of Bobby Hall. Bobby Hall Jr.
saying Bobby Hillin, man.
Yeah, Bobby Hall Jr., good luck. Good to have you here. And then I see Adam Lancaster just in the Facebook chat saying, let's go Ronnie Shirk. So good to have you here, Adam Lancaster. Ronnie Shirk moving his way back up through the field after a pit stop. So that 51 machine on the tear again. But Ben Branscombe, Christopher Blanchard, Matthew Moniac all have not come down pit lane. Chris Pandell, Ron Morris Jr., and Joe Dos Santos all down pit lane now. So those drivers coming down. You see Ben Branscombe now deciding to go ahead and woe her down. Whoa, is getting her really woed down there. It's that 6 machine coming down pit lane. So Chris Blanchard, he's the only one that hasn't come down pit lane outside of Matthew Moniac in that 24 Chevy. So just be a little bit of a time difference before these Camaros decide they're going to bring this Camaro and this Ford going to bring that machine down pit lane.
19 going to come down pit road this time. We'll see if Moniac follows suit. That 24 machine will be the only car in that engine 1811. It's going to stay out. We'll see what he does in that engine 1811 number 24. As you see that 19 of Blanchard going to come down pit road this time, and that's going to leave our boy Moniac to be the only one that has not pitted in the field.
Yeah, I see somebody in the chat saying, who in the world are these guys broadcasting? It says Huffy Huffman. I've never heard of that guy. But he did say, let's get it, Ronnie. Let's get 2 in a row. So at least he's going for Ronnie.
Yeah, man, that makes you think of some Alex Huffman guy that won the championship last season. Absolute, clown, man. An absolute clown, man. I'd wreck the guy if I saw him, you know. Luckily, I didn't go to that dirt race that, you know, he was supposedly at. I was going to get into a redneck fight with him in the pit road. But, you know, hey, what's up, Alex? Good to have you here, man. And good luck in the cup race tomorrow, buddy. We know it's going to be fun. Good one, Rowland. Good one, Rowland.
As right now, Matthew Moniac going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane. 24 machine going to go ahead and give up that lead.
You got a friend in me.
Christopher Darling in that 11 machine going to go ahead and assume the lead, but that 34 machine of Logan Joyner is not going to be that far behind him. So that 34 machine doing a good job hanging on to that 11 machine, but that 11 machine is not wanting to give up that lead too much, but Jason Collins still in that hunt.
Mao as well, man. Only 2 seconds back. He's still got a lot of time right here to make up a little bit of position, try to get himself just that extra stage points as we close closer and closer to that. As that 5 of Tyler Johnson going to be heading to that 5th position. You see that Ronnie Shirk machine, that 51, as he is going to be in that Rims 1 machine in that 6th spot. As you ride on board with Shirk as he's rolling, that outside lane here early in this tire run. Maybe just trying to save those rubbers as, we get closer and closer to this stage break.
Yeah, Josh, Huffy said, I called Ronnie the winner last week, and you got to catch him first to be able to spin him.
That's true, man. I don't think I can catch Huffy. I am washed. And even if I wasn't washed, I'm not going to catch him.
On board here with Christopher Darling, just you get to see kind of how it is to
Joyner to that
this
inside
corner.
right now. Joyner's on the inside. No, he's not. He's right behind him. Oh, my goodness. I thought I heard the car to the inside, but he is peeking now. We're going to ride on board with Joiners and try to make this pass as Chris tries to find whatever camera he's trying to find. Jordan looks like he is trying to get that pass for the lead, Chris, and as he does that, that should allow that 3 machine to Jason Collins to creep back up here into this picture. And any little slight contact hiccup with the 34 and the 11 have, that should allow the 3 some easy position if he just bides his time here.
Yeah, the 3 machine, he's Jason Collins just kind of watching what's going on in front of him. As you see, you know, he's just kind of running a line of his own, but he is currently tucking up through that back bumper of that 34 Logan Joyner. So that 34 machine is going to be having somebody knocking on that door before too long.
They're doing loud now. We're going to put 4/10 on that gap. He was 1.9 back, almost 2 seconds back. That 971 now only a 2 6/10. He's going to slowly roll his way up in that Simbox machine. If these boys keep battling and aren't able to make passes stick, that's going to allow that 971 on the little bit fresher tires that aren't so beat up on trying to make passes stick, able to pull up there and maybe give him an advantage. We'll just have to see how those boys up in the front go. Is a 54 into the wall now. That's going to be contact from Gary Jaworski into the wall. That 54 machine, unfortunate right now in that wall, and Bryce Hunter behind him knows all about what it's like to be in that wall at the moment, as those boys both had a little bit of their own tragedy here tonight. As a 44 Brad Gebhardt to the inside lane. You see that 25 machine is who is that 25 actually? Oh, that is Dos Santos, right? Yeah. Do apologize about that. He is being shown a lap down in it. There's the battle for the lead. Is that 34 of Lucas Joyner is going to go to the inside lane. We'll see if he makes it stick. Here comes the 11, not going to be able to get to that quarter panel to try to slow that 34 back down on the inside lane. 34, good pass, textbook pass, as he is going to roll that Chevy Camaro back into the lead here at lap number 36, going to 37, excuse me. Whew.
Yeah, Logan Joyner's just doing that, like Josh said, just textbook setup, just waiting for the opportunity to strike on that 11 machine. You see Christopher Darling trying to hold off that 34 machine, but you know, not able to keep that 34 back there any longer. You know, just got a couple of older lap tires, and it can come to show their ugly heads to you if you use them up a little faster than the car behind you. As you see Jason Collins starting to get a really good run up to that third position right now. In that third position to the second spot. You see him doing a really good job holding on to the coattails of that 11 machine. That's going to let that 34 start to slowly creep away. He's got about a 4/10 gap on that second place position. So once him and that 3 machine start battling it out, you're going to see it slow down. You might see Nate Maurer start battling for that position before too long.
Yeah, about a second back now. Put 6/10 on it since Collins got to Darling. And now I'm going to be interested to see what Christopher Darling does. He's got, like you said, Chris, 2 lap older tires than what these boys have. And also could be a little bit battled out from that 34, but it looks like they're starting to grab some traction and run up here with Lucas Joyner. So we'll see if they got a battle for the lead coming out here again soon, or if that 11 and 3 is going to go at it here in a moment.
Right now, this is your closest battle for position. You've got that 94 of Christopher Pendel on the inside of that 12 of Robert Richards. So you're going to see that 12 machine go up to that top lane. Just going to go ahead Richards.
It says Robbie for me.
See that 12 machine going to go ahead and just going to go ahead and give that position up to that 94 machine. Ronnie Shirk, he is on the lurk still trying to gather up what he's got and catch up to this 5 machine. But with this stage break coming in about 7 laps, Right now, everybody's just kind of hanging on to what they got. They just want to get towards the end of this race. As it looks
Here
like the
comes
three machine,
Collins.
three machine making a move on the inside of Christopher Darling. He's going to shut that door though. Jason Collins not going to be able to make a move on it right now.
Again to the inside lane. He's going to fade it, but that 11's going to have the run on the outside lane. He should shut the door again. I'd say that. The 3's going to peek it. Two wide battle here with a 3 clear him. It looks like the 11 should get the run back down the back straightaway, but he is not. The 3, big slide job there. He's going to clear him by about a half a car length. 3 to that second place position, Jason Collins, and that's going to allow Nate Maurer now to pull up. We'll see if that 971's got anything to say to that 11 of Darling here in just a moment.
Yeah, it looks like that little bit of battle that was going on between Jason Collins and Christopher Darling there kind of mixed everything up. So Collins and Darling kind of slowing everybody down, letting that 971 kind of catch back up there. So maybe Nate Maurer going to try to get up here into that third position going into the stage break.
Fortunate night for Jeremiah Hobbs right now. I've been hearing him call out, giving some guys some direction, letting them get by. So that 10 machine just at contact with the wall shows what happens if you just don't keep that equipment just to the par that you need it to be. You can really lose a lot of time, and unfortunate for Jeremiah Hobbs, that has happened to him. That 10 currently sitting in 20th, started in 11th. Hate to see it happen to that 10 machine. Pit road will be closed in 2 laps. Coming to the stage break here in just a moment.
Yeah, I see Huffy saying that that Joyner's repping that Terry Labonte throwback well. He's also the Iceman, staying super smooth and cool like Terry would. So that 34 machine doing his doing a damn good job at holding that old Terry Labonte car out in the front.
Texas Lucas Joyner or Logan Joyner. I said Lucas, my bad. Texas Terry Labonte would be proud, man. It's one of the best schemes in NASCAR history, man. Good to see that 34, like you said, Huffy, repping it good. As Chris Maurer is starting to pull up to Darling now. 2/10 is the gap. That 971 might have something to say here before we get to the stage break.
Yeah, like I said, just probably trying to peek into that, as it looks like he's trying to peek here. It looks like that 11 machine just going to hold it down on that inside lane. Just trying to keep that 971 back. He doesn't want to go into this stage break with 4th place, but that 971, he wants to at least take away one more spot.
And he wants that 3rd place position, it seems like. We'll see if Nate Maurer has anything left in that race car at the moment to go up there and maybe snag that 3rd place position. Pit road is closed. 2 to go in the stage. We'll get the white flag for the stage this next time as Logan Joyner is just getting the wave around lap cars right now. About a second and 2/10 out in front of Jason Collins, as we'll see the man who did sit on pole tonight try to work his way back after this stage as he is pulling himself up on lap traffic. That would be the 71, Michael Brizin, who is going to go to that outside lane, as you're going to see that 3 of Collins go to the inside lane, and Maurer, that 11. This could play in to this little bit of a race they've got going on for this 3rd place position. Into the stage coming this next time by is it's going to be that 34 of Logan Joyner racing his way back to the green-white checkered.
Yeah, I want to give a good shout out there to Akamai Proctor, man. Hey, good to have you out there in the Facebook chat, man. Appreciate the kind words from you. Good to have you out here on a Tuesday night.
Checkered for the 34, Logan Joyner going to grab the stage win, as it should be Jason Collins 2nd. Then that 11 of Christopher Darling going to be 3rd, Nate Maurer 4th. Tyler Johnson going to round out your top 5 here in the stage points. And then it's going to be Christopher Pendle 6th, Ronnie Shirk 7th, Robert Richards 8th, Brad Gebhart 9th, and John Pill going to be the last one to grab those stage points. All right, and while we're waiting for our field to get caught up to the pace car and get their pit cycles, we'll have a word with Logan Jordan, but we're going to go to side by side here. Take a step away, and I hope you enjoy this commercial break. Well, hope you enjoyed that side by side and that commercial break as we're getting out of pit road here just in perfect timing. We do have Logan Joyner. Gonna go ahead and have a word with that 34 machine, see what he's got to say about the racetrack and the racing going on right now. Logan Joyner, Chris, and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. Stage win, buddy. Number one, how you feeling after that stage win? And number two, just got a question about which lanes are working, inside, outside, and how's the car feeling as we get going to the green flag here in just a moment?
It's going good. I think the inside line's working best for me. I'm just trying to conserve my tire and everything like that, and hopefully we can come out with a win at the end.
Heck yeah. Well, hey, congratulations on the stage win, man. Good to see you running good here early in the Terry Labonte throwback, man, and hopefully we'll be talking to you later in the race, and good luck as we get ready to go green here in just a moment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Logan. All right, and that was Logan Joyner, as he was your stage winner. Going to come out 6th place there, but you heard him, inside lane, working best for him. So that seems like you got to pass that 34 on the outside lane if you want anything to say for that position from him. But we'll see him get filed back in. As excuse me, sorry, that was me spamming my space bar, looking at the laps and everything. My bad. As we're going to get ready to go back green flag race here in just a moment. We'll see that 24 maybe making his way down pit road, but probably just goofing around on that little part of the racetrack right there.
Looks like he's going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane. Do know that some drivers can take that access road and then they'll cut it back up real quick onto the track. But it looks like Jason Collins, it's going to open up the door for him, like we were talking about, before we go back green here. Down that pit lane on that side by side, we saw Logan Joyner miss his pit box, had to back up, so he came out a couple of positions behind everybody. So Logan Joyner going to have to do his best Texas Terry impersonation, move his way back up the field. But right now, Jason Collins is going to have to battle that 971 of Nate Maurer. He's also got that 11 of Christopher Darling, who has been showing a really good promise here tonight. So maybe that 11 going to have something to get up here and show these boys what's going on. But like we said, can't count out that 51, the Shirk on the alert. Ronnie Shirk doing a really good job moving his way up through the field. So Ronnie Shirk also one of those contenders that we're looking at here tonight for that win.
Yeah, we got a lot of good race cars out there in the field tonight. We're going to see how these boys get to going back here in just a moment. We're going to get our second restart here of the night. Is that pace car going to turn left here? We're about to be restarting here at the ButtKicker Gamer 180 as Jason Collins off to a good restart. 971 and Nate Maurer as well. Looks like he got off pretty well. He might clear that 11 nut. Looks like that 11 of Christopher Darling going to have something to say about it as we roll into turns number 1 and 2. But it looks like Collins well clear of the field at the moment. But down the back straightaway, it's going to be that 971, that 11 too wide. As you see the field kind of sorting themselves out. But the 11 going to have to take that run. It's not going to stall, or take that run stalled out and go back behind that 971. But he's going to peek his nose on the outside here coming through 3 and 4. As he's going to have a decent little run. It looks like exit at 4. Good exit from Darling. He's going to be too wide here with that 971 Nate Maurer. Now force him to that outside lane as we get into 1 and 2. Big exit from the 11. And he is going to drive it right on by Nate Maurer. That 11 of Christopher Darling, he wants to get rolling here on these fresh tires.
Yeah, that 11 of Christopher Darling doing a really good job tucking it on the inside
Logan Joyner
of that 971. You see Logan Joyner moving his way up into that 4th position. Whoa, big stack up there. Tyler Johnson having to get out of it just a little bit. You see him having to stack up.
94 Pendle up the track.
Yeah, you see Ronnie Shirk also right behind Tyler Johnson. So Ronnie Shirk trying to get up here and start battling out with these boys. But Logan Joyner doing a really good job moving his way up into that 4th position.
Working his way back through the field is Joyner. But Darling, man, he might have something to say for Collins here as we come down the back straightaway. And it's going to be Maurer that goes with that 11. Give him a little bit of a push as we go into turn 3 and 4. Too wide for the lead here. It's going to be the 11 of Darling to the inside of Collins. We'll see what happens. Will it stick? And does it look like it's going to stick on that inside lane? I say that, but yes, I was correct. I pat myself on the back. A lot of optical illusions there. I knew that. As it looks like Logan is going to go to the bottom. Maurer might just be giving it to him. He might realize that he might not have the faster car. And big drive in from the 11 of Darling as we're going to go too wide. And that outside lane starting to work as the 11 going to pitch the 3 down. Too wide down the back straightaway as we're racing for the lead here. Lap 57 of 120. You would think it was lap 120 as these boys are racing for the lead. Christopher Darling, Jason Collins, too wide for a whole lap as the 11 going to get loose. He's going to gather it back up. That could have been a big moment there for the 11. But that's going to allow Collins to pull back on by as we are going to get into turn number 3. Big lift out early from the 3. Big drive in from the 11. That's going to allow the 3 to get the run early. But that 11 going to get the big run now off the straightaway. We'll see if he takes it to the inside here as we go into turn number 3. Looks like he might, but he's not going to have the run. It's going to stall out. The 3 going to be in the lead here at lap number 58.
Yeah, you see Jason Collins doing a really good job holding that 11 back to bay. Whoa, it looks like Joe DeSantos going off track back here. Looked like he's going to be off the track though, so no flags coming out. But we're riding on board here with Jason Collins.
Look at Joyner.
Yeah, you see the 34 Logan Joyner riding that inside lane. Like he said, that inside lane is going to be his best friend. So it looks like Joe DeSantos is going to go ahead and jump to the pits. Might have had something going on with that car, but that 971 and Nate Maurer on the inside of the 11. Something's going on with Christopher Darling.
Here comes Ronnie Shirk as well. These boys got to be definitely eating those tires up here early. They're going to get a bad heat cycle. Expect one of these guys in that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th position that maybe not really racing as hard with their competitors to come through the field here in just a moment. But right now, these boys up here in the front, they are digging Darling really wide up the track as that 971 and Nate Maurer going to use all the racetrack he can as well. Going to tag back in behind that Taz Racing Customs number 11. They're going to just kind of mosey down the back straightaway, try to pick their positions back up as here comes Ronnie Shirk, who is on the lurk, and that 44 Brad Gebhardt going to peek his way to the inside lane, just kind of sticking his head in there, saying, "What's up, guys? I'm here too." Is that 5 of Tyler Johnson, the outside lane. 94 Pendle, who we saw in the restart early. That Ford Mustang done a great job to recover, and there it is. Caution number 1 should come out. 44 Brad Gebhardt around. Check up into 1, and we're going to stay green.
Whoa, we got a bunch of cars coming down in front of each other. You see Robert Richards. Sounds like he might have had a little bit of an issue. Looks like everybody's going to get it straightened up, though. Whoa, but if you're that, right now, if you're that 12 machine, you are not happy. Excuse me, Brad Gebhardt, if you're that 44 machine, you are definitely not happy right now. But maybe thought he was a little clearer than he was. You see him get down into that wall, but he's going to keep it straight going, so we're going to stay green here. Right now,
that was for sure going to be the caution, Chris, as we're going to go back up on board here. Race for the lead, 34. Joyner, man, he's got something for these boys tonight. That Chevy Camaro, that 34 machine, Joyner, he has got something cooking. He's worked his way back from that 7th position Done something that a lot of these boys haven't been able to do, pass cars and come up here and lead the race. That 34 is looking like the car of the race right now if he keeps it clean. We'll see this battle between him and Jason Collins here ensue, I'm pretty sure, any moment now, as we've got the 34 and the 3 bumper to bumper here at lap number 63.
Riding on board with Logan Joyner right now. Just gonna ride that cockpit view, let you hear what's going on from that 34 machine. Just let you hear how he's getting onto it. See him riding that bottom lane. He said the bottom lane was gonna be his lane. So you see that top lane not really a factor for him. He's got a really good gap between everybody right now. Joyner doing a really good job starting to catch that 3 machine of Jason Collins. I noticed he cut off maybe a 1/10 of a second on him. So that 34 machine starting to reel in Jason Collins. Jason Collins definitely not wanting to see that 34 in his back rear view right now. As I say that, Jason Collins, though, starting to get off to a little bit of a lead from that 34. Already pulled it out to almost 0.6 of a second, had him down to about 2.5. Now whoa, Jason Collins having something happen there, going all the way down to the bottom of the track. He's going to collect it up here. That's going to kind of open the door up for that 34, but Christopher Darling and that 11 machine not letting that 34 get away, but Nate Maurer all over the back bumper of that 11 machine right now.
11 had a moment down the back straightaway as Collins was as well. That 11 got almost into the wall out of the exit of 2. That 971 really applying the pressure. I think that 11 might be mirror driving a little bit. Don't go out there and Kevin Harvicker, boy. I love about that outside lane here at Homestead, man. Just a beautiful, beautiful line right there. Up against the wall. Breathing in and out of the throttle. It's nice when you get it hooked up just perfect and you feel like you can almost full throttle the straightaway. It's just, the turn. It feels like sometimes that high lane is just the absolute best way around the track, and then you go out there and try to do it one more time, you hit the wall. So, these guys that have the commitment to that lane, that wall, I got a lot of kudos to them. I can't definitely do it.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those tracks that, speaking of the Labanis, I actually got to, I say this every time, I got to tag along behind Bobby Labonte at Homestead in the Truck Series. So we had to race against him here at this track. He was running the really, really high lane. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna start following his line. About 3 laps later, he changed it and then started running a completely different line. I was like, no, you can't do that to me, Bobby. I don't know what you're doing. And then he ended up winning, and I got like 4th or 5th place. But hey, I got to chase down Bobby Labonte at Homestead. He was running some really weird lines. So you see Jason Collins starting to fall back just a little bit now. Like I said, they had it out to almost a 0.6 of a gap. And now they've got it down to 0.4. So Logan Joyner starting to reel that 3 machine in.
Joyner starting to do it again, man, here at lap number 70. The battle was kicking off at around lap 55, and so it stalled out at around lap 63, 64-ish, and since then we've just been kind of rolling. But it looks like Joyner starting to find a little bit of his feet, and again, spitting that ground under him. He's saying, all right, I'm starting to find that rhythm with the tires worn in. I know what I got to do. I got to execute. We're only at lap 71 of 120. that track position means a whole hell of a lot here at Homestead when it comes to green flag pit stops. So you're going to want to see these guys get a little bit more aggressive here towards the end of their tire stints, because they want to try to open up that gap or close that gap to the car in front of them so they can try to make way for an undercut, overcut, whatever it is these drivers are going to go for with their pit strategies.
Yeah, as you see right now, Jason Collins just kind of got that run stagnated out. Logan Joyner also just kind of falling in line here. See Darling, he's just kind of chilling back here in that third spot. Not letting that 34 get too far ahead of him. Nate Maurer looks like he has a little bit of an issue with his tires as well, starting to fall off just a little bit. That's something that we're going to start happening as we get further and further into this run. We're almost 25 laps right now, currently sitting at 22 laps on a set of tires. So, you know, we're looking at whenever
pit stop cycle should be starting very soon.
Yeah.
I know Jeremiah Hobbs did come down pit road, and Jeremiah Hobbs was the guy that started it the first pit stop cycles of the race before the stage break at around lap 2022. So we'll see if we start getting some guys coming down pit road here, or they're going to try to stretch this run just a little bit longer here, seeing as we're getting closer to the race, probably getting low on that tires. In this time.
He's like, I know they're watching me. I'm going to go down to the pits now. 24 down pit lane. See Jason Collins still holding off that 34 machine. Jason doing a really good job at the line that he is running. Seems like he is being really consistent right now. Logan looks like he might have gained about 0.2 or a tenth of a second on him, and then as they're going down the straightaway, they start separating just a little bit. So that 34 machine might be a little faster in the corners, but look at that. The 11 machine of Christopher Darling still pulling that 34 machine in. It's closer and closer as closer and closer he gets down the straightaway.
71 and Nate Maurer still doing an excellent job as well, Chris. You know, last green flag run we had, he was about a second, 2 seconds off. This time by, he's only about 4/10, and he's been holding it. 5 with Tyler Johnson as well, that Valvoline machine. Been one of those guys just kind of been hanging out here tonight. Started in about 16th spot, currently sitting in 5th. And that Valvoline number 5 Chevy Camaro doing a very well job to just kind of make his way up here to this front pack and make it like he's been here before, you know?
Yeah, Ronnie Shirt down pit lane.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well, as it looks like we have a bunch of guys. Brett Nielsen, Bryce Hunter, Crystal Bourgeois out of pit road right now. Brizen in his stall getting serviced as we speak. Hunter as well. As you see Brizen coming out. That LNS Custom 71 going to make his way out of pit road. Here comes the 9 of Bryce Hunter. As it looks like our green flag pit stops here in the second stage are going to start commencing, as that 34 big drive into Jason Collins. So either the 3's starting to lose that equipment, or that 34 is finding it, because here comes the 11 of Christopher Darling as well.
Yeah, you see that 34 machine all over the back bumper there of that 3 machine. Whoa, that 34 is definitely getting pushy. You see him go to that inside lane. You might see a pass for the lead here. No, it looks like, whoa, there he goes. You can see the 34.
These boys have a lot of faith in each other.
Yeah, the 34 around Jason Collins, so now he's going to clear him. What I thought was happening is that 34 might have been setting up Jason on that inside lane, so that way he could get down pit lane first and kind of set up that 3 machine. But it looks like 34 going to go ahead and pull down pit lane now. Also followed by that 5 of Tyler Johnson.
Big
Whoa.
lockup.
34 having a big lockup there.
Let's see if the 34 is going to have a problem missing his pit stall again. We know he had a problem getting into his pit stall last time. I just heard 3 of Jason Collins going to come down pit road this time as well. So we'll see. 34 into pit road. Looks like his pit crew is going to have to readjust just a little bit. Stopped a little bit short in the box, but better than missing it. Logan Joyner down pit road, and here comes Jason Collins. Woener up out of 4. That's going to promote Nate Maurer to the lead. Actually, no, that's going to promote Nate Maurer to getting his lap back. He pitted all incognito style, so do apologize about that. Right now, your lead is going to be Blanchard as he's coming around to grab the lead from Jason Collins. Damage on Branscom's car as well. And 19 going to come down pit road, so as well as Ben Branscombe, so that should be everybody in the field down pit road. And that should promote Nate Maurer to the lead here, Chris.
Yeah, you see Chris Blanchard and Ben Branscombe coming down pit lane now. Nate Maurer coming into turns 3 and 4. So by the time they get around, that 971 should assume the lead. And right behind him is that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. Got a little bit of catching up to do in that 51 machine. Christopher Darling on that back bumper, and then right behind them, Logan Joyner still in that creep, trying to find that little bit of room to get up here and make a move. But Nate Maurer going to assume the lead here at lap 81.
A good chunk of real estate between him and the next car. 2 seconds between him and that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. That 971, good job executing on pit road. We talk about it all the time. That 971 can just jump out in the lead at any moment. You don't know where he's came from. Maurer, just one of those very consistent guys, has a lot of experience, like I said, in the race car. So it's good to see him back out in here at the lead. Should have to pit one more time tonight. But right now, he's got himself set up if he just stays consistent for a very good finish if he just keeps rolling in that 971.
Yeah, Nate Maurer's got about a 2-second gap on that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. So Ronnie Shirk's got a little bit of ground that he has to make up. So right now, your closest battle for position will be that 51 and that 11. Whenever the 11 decides to get up to that back bumper of the 51. But you see right now, Logan Joyner is also trying to get into that mix. Get the 5 of Tyler Johnson sitting in that 5th spot, up 11 spots. So right now, currently that 5 machine of Tyler Johnson is the driver that has moved the most. As I say that, Jason Collins making a pass on that 5 machine, so he's going to go ahead and snatch that out from underneath me. And now him and Matthew Moniak are both tied for the furthest movers in the field. So Tyler Johnson still battling it out right now, as it looks like that 51 of Ronnie Shirk and the 11 of Christopher Darling going to be battling it out here coming out of turn 2.
They are leaning a little bit. That 51 wanting to door draft that 11 just a little bit down the back straight away. He's going to surrender it and go to the high part of the track and let the 11 get that low lane. Logan Joyner going to start creeping up that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. Just going to dive it back down. Maybe a crossover attempt. Looks like it's going to stall out just a little bit. But Shirk should try to get a pass attempt back here in the moment. That 11 of Christopher Darling, though, good pass by him. He set it up nice. And they're just showing that 11, that 34, that 3, they are the cars of the field, as here comes Logan Joyner on Ronnie Shirk right now. These boys definitely look like they've got something figured out here at the ButtKicker Gamer 180 that these guys don't have, and they're making that Homestead-Miami track almost look like it's light work for them right now behind the wheel of that race car.
Yeah, so that 34 of Logan Joyner going to go ahead and make that pass for that 3rd place position. So that 34 is still looking good. You see the 10 there. 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs. He has a couple of laps down. Going to go ahead and pull it up to that top lane. Going to let these drivers go ahead and get around. Unfortunately for that 10 machine, we were talking last night with him before the stream ended. Before the stream killed itself, honestly. And we were asking what he was looking forward to tonight. And he was saying, hey, I'm just going to go out there and try to have as much fun as I can. Well, hopefully he's still having as much fun as he can.
He's still out there on the racetrack, just gaining knowledge, gaining information, getting a good feel of the race car. I'm telling you, Jeremiah Hobbs, one of those guys. He might be running a lap down, 2 laps down, whatever it is, sitting in that 19th position. But the man Hobbs is no slouch behind the wheel. He's definitely just got to get his pace here. Let him get it gathered back up, and we're going to be talking about Jeremiah Hobbs running up in the top 10, top 20 top 15, top 5, whatever it is here soon.
Yeah, one thing I will say, I have been a newly converted Xfinity car driver. Never really driven them before. Didn't really like how they drove. I was like, oh, I don't like the high horsepower, low downforce, and one of my teammates in one of my leagues talked me into, hey man, just come join this Xfinity league. Got in, started driving it, and fell in love with them. So I will say these Xfinity cars are a lot of fun once you figure them out.
Yeah, they definitely have a craft, man, and that's what we're gonna have to see in these closing laps of the race. A lot of mental fortitude, man. You're taking laps here at Homestead-Miami. It's one of those tracks that as you keep going and going and going, you're looking at that blue wall as you go down the front straightaway, looking at or green wall, whatever color that is. I'm colorblind, so I want to say it's like the green stripes. You're looking at that. That's what you see the whole race, man. And you're thinking, man, I don't want to be one of those black stripes on the wall eventually. As you just cruise down, you're looking at the palm trees, and usually when you're cruising down the a straightaway looking at palm trees, it's a nice, eventful evening, and you're just going to relax. Well, right now these boys are trying to get the racing done. I mean, we've got a good handful of laps left here, about 30 to go once they hit the stripe this time. So it'll be getting to the final countdown here soon. Should be seeing some pit stops within the next 10, 15 laps. I want to say, if I've got my fuel calculations correctly, we should be seeing one more pit stop. And then, yeah, we're going to be crowning a winner here tonight for the second race of the inaugural Xfinity Series at the ButtKicker Gamer 180 at Homestead-Miami Speedway.
Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to the Facebook and the YouTube chat. Good to have you guys out there, guys, girls, parents, family, whoever it is out there watching. Glad to have you here tonight as we're kicking off this the second race of the Xfinity Series. One of the series that we were really excited on calling. Do want to apologize about the stream last night, just having a little bit of computer issues. Think I got it figured out tonight. As you notice, we're still here. Everything's still doing a really good job. So 34 Logan Joyner making a move on that 11 of Christopher Darling as we're talking about it right now.
Big battle coming between these boys, and that's just what Nate Maurer wants behind him. Battling. He wants as much clean air, as much open real estate as he can get. Going to be coming up on lap cars at any moment, but right now it's at 34, it's at 11, too wide down the front straightaway, lap 92 of 120 as the final stage is starting to kick in here, and that's going to be a pass, 4-second place from Logan Joyner. Textbook pass from that 34 on the inside lane.
Yeah, but just a big shout out to everybody out there in the Facebook and the YouTube chat. Like we say after every stream, couldn't do it without you guys, so we really appreciate everybody out there in the chat, just watching us, even if you're a driver, just watching the other drivers, you're still here, you're watching with us, you're hanging out with us on a Tuesday night. We really appreciate it. Just going to give a big shout out to everybody. So everybody out there, you got a driver you're looking for to win, anybody that you want to give a shout out to, just let us know. We'll throw it out there.
Yes, man, this is somebody that has just not had a good late stage of the race. Jason Collins, that butt kicker machine, kind of been getting his butt kicked in this traffic just a little bit. He's been sitting 4 since the restart, has not been able to make up much time. So it looks like right now, with those cars in his front windshield getting smaller and smaller, that 3 of Jason Collins' chance of winning this race also decreasing. We'll see if he bounces back. If we do have that final pit stop, like I'm saying, able to gain some track time. I'm not saying this 3's out of it at all. But right now, those chances getting slimmer and slimmer as the field in front of him starting to pull away a little bit that first, second, and third position. It's making it harder and harder for those boys in the 4th position on back to get up here and run. But anything can happen. I'm acting like we don't get no cautions here. We've stayed green flag for the whole Truck Series race so far through 94 laps. Besides the green and white checkered caution for the stage, we stayed caution free. Will we stay caution-free for the ending remainder of this race? 25 laps to go. That's for you guys to decide and for the drivers to decide as well. Will we see a caution or will we go green flag for the rest of the way? Right now, it's looking like a green flag race, but Logan Joyner starting to slowly chip away at that gap of Nate Maurer. 1.9 now this time by Chris.
Yeah, I see Joey Doucette in the YouTube chat. Just want to say thank you, man. you know, greater race, awesome announcers and drivers. Hey, we're just here, you know, talking about the race, you know, telling everybody what's going on. As you see that 34 getting up to that 71 of Michael Brisen, getting ready to put him another lap down, at least for him. Nate Maurer starting to, looks like the gap's starting to slowly just shrink down a little bit, Josh. It was at 2.5 seconds. It's now at 2 seconds.
You know what you're mining in Minecraft and you got a freaking wooden pickaxe and it feels like it takes forever to break cobblestone? That's what it feels like it is for that 34 machine. He is slowly getting there. He wants it bad. He can taste that lead. He can almost grab it. It's getting closer. 1 8/10. That 34 is starting to pick up the speed here with about almost 20 to go. 34 getting on his A game here.
Yeah, I got Adam Stanley in the Facebook chat. He says, "Nice clean race, Blanchard number 19. Good to see you out there." Hey, Adam Stanley, good to have you right in the Facebook chat tonight, man. Right now, Christopher Blanchard currently sitting in that 11th position, so he's still in this right now.
They're starting to get gained on.
Yeah, you see the 76 of Ron Morris Jr. going a lap down there again. 971 starting to catch. I want to say that is the 9 of Bryce Hunter. About to put him a lap down, excuse me. So the 971 doing a really good job. But like I said, Logan Joyner starting to really gain. Now he's cut that gap down to 1.5 seconds. So that 34 machine doing a really good job right now catching that 971.
It's in this time, so here it comes. Final pit stop of the race starting. 34 coming down. Here it comes, Chris. Here it comes. 971 as well. 971 as well. He's going to try to cut the 34's pit stop off. Here he comes. Late reaction for the 971, but he's going to do it. That's what I love to see. These boys not wanting to give an inch. Here we go, baby.
John Pill out to the lead. Going to assume the lead here with 21 laps to go. So that 7 machine just going to go ahead and pull out to the front and say, "Hey, guys, I'm on the stream." So there's John Pill out in the lead. Brett Nilsson going to pull into that 2nd spot. And Christopher Blanchard going to pull up into that 3rd spot. But right now, Jason Collins, 34, still down pit lane. Let's see which one gets out first. It looks like the 971 going to get out first.
Big gap. Nate Maurer should have a good gap.
So pretty much coming down pit lane the way they came in, it looks like maybe the 5's going to get out first.
Tyler Johnson going to get out in front of Collins. So these boys, some of these boys might stay out, try to stretch it for a caution here. We'll see as we get back to going. 20 laps to go. Next time by, Chris.
Yeah, you see the 8 of Brett Nilsson going to go ahead and pull it down. The 19 of Christopher Blanchard going to go ahead and pull it down as well. John Pill still out in the lead, so
Pill's coming down.
So 7 of John Pill coming down right now. Matthew Moniak going to probably go ahead and pull that trigger here soon before too long as well. Here's that board lighting up. Might as well go ahead and pull that trigger. But Nate Maurer, he will assume the lead if Matthew Moniak was to go down pit lane right now.
2 7/10 gap to Joyner as well.
Yeah, so a 2.5 second gap between him and that 34 machine. So Nate Maurer on that quick jump pit stop got a really good jump out into the lead.
Moniak still out, but they're catching him quick, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like the gap was 10 seconds just a second ago. Now it's down to 5.
So 24 in this time.
Yeah, that 24 machine going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane.
Here's
but
Nate
Maurer going to go ahead and assume that lead, but Logan Joyner still about 2.5 seconds back. So if that 34 machine's got anything for that 971, it's going to have to be right now because we got 19 laps to go. 18
coming to the strike this time. 34, you got 18 laps to go, baby. You won the first stage. Can you close it out? Sweep the weekend here for the Xfinity race. We'll see if Logan Joyner's got anything for him. Christopher Darling, actually the fastest car on the track right now. 33.5 that last time by. That is a quick race pace lap as Nate Maurer trying to direct his lap traffic. He wants the easiest way through that 971, not trying to lose any time right now.
Yeah, that is the 6 of Ben Branscombe. Going to go ahead and pass him on that outside lane. So the 971, like you said, you hear Josh saying, 971 coaching everybody where to go, saying, hey, just take that outside lane. I'm going to take it inside. So the 971 just giving out a little bit of spatial awareness to the driver, saying, hey, man, just go here. It looks like Logan Joyner closed that gap down now to 2.14 seconds. So that 34 is starting to catch a little bit.
And Maurer might have came out by a lapped car as well. That might slow him up a lot. 2.2 and 2/10 now. Yeah, he came out right behind Moniak, dude. That just really killed his run. That's going to allow Joyner to come up big time. Not what you want to see coming down the back straight away. If you're a Nate Maurer friend, that 24 Matthew Moniak coming out pit road. Going to basically become a rolling chicane for that 971, slow him down a couple tenths. He was 2 5/10 out, now only 2 1/10 out from that 34 of Logan Joyner. We have 15 laps to go this next time by. Chat, YouTube, Facebook, put who is going to pick up this victory here tonight. We've got a stacked field rolling in, and out of your top 5, I'll just give you these top 5 drivers: Nate Maurer, Joyner, Christopher Darling, Collins, and Tyler Johnson. Out of those 5 guys, who do you think has the biggest shot at winning this race right now? I know my pick is probably that 34 machine of Joyner, but Nate Maurer doing a damn mighty fine job up there, keeping the gap to 2 1/10 right now. Looks like it's slowly creeping down, but Joyner, he's had the car to beat all night. 971's got nothing to lose. I feel like we're going to have a great finish on our hands.
Yeah, the 971 doing a really good job holding on to that lead. It's now cut down to about a 2-second gap. So Logan Joyner starting to find a little bit of pace over that 971 machine. Like we said, we can't count out that 11 machine of Christopher Darling. He's still hanging on back there. He's only a 1.5 seconds back. So he can still have he still has something to offer up to these front 2 guys.
And then it comes down to if Joyner gets to Maurer, you know, like the late, great Murray Walker used to say back in the old days of Formula One, catching is one thing, passing completely another. We've seen a lot of passes on the outside lane here. We've seen a lot of pinching down to the low lane, but these guys are going to be on equal tires, both wanting that same track position that they're going to be racing for. This could get hairy, Chris. We could see a little bit of contact come out, and man, I don't think that's I think both of these drivers may be well aware of that. You think they go into this battle right here, if they do catch each other with about 12 to go, coming to this lap by, thinking, man, I might have to use a little bit of bumper here.
Yeah, is that 34 going to have to pull that Texas Terry Labonte out of underneath that cover and just go, you know, hey, you remember that Bristol race? We'll just leave it there.
He's just going to have to give the payback to Earnhardt that, you know, they both gave back each other to Nate Maurer. 30 years later, almost.
Nate Maurer doing a really good job getting around the lap traffic, though. You see that 71 of Michael Brisen missing a front hood, so that 71 just having a rough night here tonight. But still good to see him out on the track. But that's gonna close that gap up just a little bit. Logan Joyner starting.
Now we're still doing a good job, Chris. But like you were about to say, Joyner slowly creeping back up again. Now under 2 seconds, only a 1 9/10. But still, any little gain is just that motivation to think that I can go out here and grab that extra 2 9/10 now. We'll see if Logan Joyner's got anything left in the gas tank. 10 to go this next time by. The wave, the flagman going to give him the 10 to go sign. We'll see if Logan Joyner's got anything left in the gas tank now. 1 8/10 back. He's put on another 10th. Since we've highlighted it, we'll see if Joyner can close up on Maurer. You see that 971 Simbox machine. You see that, that 34 machine out of turn 3 right there. 2, as you go on board with him. That is Nate Maurer at the top of your screen there, rolling it through 3 and 4. So not that far of a gap. 2 lapped cars in between them. Get a little bit of dirty air on the front nose of that Joyner machine. We'll see how Maurer takes him through the rest of this track. 9 to go. 9 to go for the second race victory of the season. We'll see who's going to pick up the second race here at Homestead-Miami. The ButtKicker Gamer 180 coming to a close here in about 9 laps. We'll see what these drivers got left for us.
Yeah, Nate Maurer doing a really good job still holding that gap to about 2 seconds. I'm just watching the ticker here, trying to see when we've got battles. I see Jason Collins still
Pendle's
battling
on
it out.
fresh tires.
Yeah, I see Jason Collins battling back a little bit. As you were saying, Pendle's on fresher tires. So maybe that 971.
That's going to choke him up a little bit. That's going to choke up Maurer a little bit. That's going to allow that 1 8/10 now, 2/10 just from that. But I mean, still, I don't know if it's enough for Joyner. Now 2 seconds back up again. He's going to get the draft down the straightaway. That's going to help Maurer just stretch the lead a little bit. So now this might actually help him with Pendle. He might actually give him that toe with those fresh tires.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting there thinking, Josh. Maybe Nate Maurer used that 94 machine as a toe, but it looks like the 94 machine on those better tires just has a lot more grip, able to get through the corners a lot better. So Nate Maurer, hoping for that little bit of a tool, not going to be able to.
But he gave him 4/10. He gave him 4/10 almost.
He did. So Logan Joyner had a little bit of a battle there with that 71 of Michael Brisson. So got caught up behind that slower traffic. So that will come up to hurt that 34 in the long run.
This is going to be the. Oh, sorry, Chris.
Christopher Darling, though, he just got around that 71 of Michael Brisson, so he could come up here and battle for that second place position. He's only 8/10 off right now.
Yeah, Joyner's been pushing hard trying to get that position to Maurer. This could come back to bite him here. 5 to go when we hit the stripe. 5.5 laps down the back straightaway. 5 to go with the stripe driver. 5 to go with the stripe. Nate Maurer wants these 5 laps to go by so fast. These are going to be the longest 5 laps in that 971's life.
Yeah, as I say that.
Laps to go.
Yeah, Christopher Darling starting to separate that, or Logan Joyner starting to separate that gap between that 11 machine just a little bit. Almost got it up to a second now. Had it down to 3/4, but now he's got it up to a second on that 11 machine. So a little bit of fall off from that 11, so might not be able to battle it out. But Nate Maurer still doing a good job holding off that 34 machine. He's still got it up to a 2-second gap. So right now it's still sitting looking good.
Maurer is doing exactly what he needs to. 4 laps to go this time by. 971 doing what he can. Keep out in the lead. We'll see if Maurer has what it takes to get it done here. 4 to go. 3.5 now as we get down the back straightaway. Like we said, these last couple laps are going to feel like an eternity for that 971. And for Logan Joyner, feels like they are going by at the speed of light as he is trying to make up a 2-second gap to that Nate Maurer machine. Doesn't look like he's got anything left in the tank, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't look like that 34
That gap just got big.
Yeah, the gap just keeps getting bigger and bigger as we're talking about it. Now down to a 2.3-second gap. So maybe Nate Maurer just having that clean air up there for longer than that 34, able to save those tires just a little bit longer. That might have been the Achilles heel for that 34 machine. Just having to dig a little harder than that 971, and now it's come back in the ending laps. So now it's down to a 2.3-second gap. So yeah, starting to fall off a lot now.
Yeah, Nate Maurer, man, excellent pit road strategy to set himself up in the position he is in right now. Going out here close to winning this race. 2 laps to go for that 971 to pick up his first win in the Xfinity cars here, and his first win in the Bluegrass Xfinity Series. As this is our inaugural season, he will be our second winner of this beautiful, beautiful series. It has just started off. Coming to the white flag out of turn number 4, it will be that 971 of Nate Maurer. And now coming out of turn 4, a little bit early right there, but he can see that white flag. You can see that white flag as Nate Maurer going to grab it. We'll see if he can come back around. He's just got to make it through 4 more turns. And it'll be that 971 cruising to victory lane. Be a party in the Maurer house tonight, because coming out of turn number 3 and through turn number 4, the 971 of Nate Maurer is going to pick up the checkered flag here at the ButtKicker Gamer 180, and he is going to get sideways Nate Maurer picking up the win. It's going to be Logan Joyner second, Christopher Darling third, with Tyler Johnson finishing fourth. Then Jason Collins are rounding out your top five. We'll get through your results here in just a moment. But Nate Maurer picking up the second win of the inaugural Xfinity Series. Got him. Already got us in the PM to him. Big burnout coming from that 971. Was excellent. Was a stout driver in the truck series. Decided to make his way up to Xfinity this series or this season. And man, was it worth it. The 971. Second race of the season for this Xfinity series. And that's going to be the first win of the season for that 971 Sim Box machine of Nate Maurer, as he is going to give it a spirited burnout. It is. We're going to go ahead and get through your official results here at the post race. It's going to be that 971 Nate Maurer, baby, picking up the win. As then we're going to go to that second place Logan Joyner on a great run from that 34 machine here tonight. He is going to finish second after trying to close the gap to that Nate Maurer machine here at the end of the race. Then it's going to be Christopher Darling third with Tyler Johnson fourth. Jason Collins, your pole sitter on the race. He's going to come back and finish in fifth after his pit stop blundle got him a little bit back on a slower stop than the rest of the field. Chris LeBourgeois going to get a good solid finish here tonight. That 83 machine, kind of a quiet man in the field tonight, picking up six with that 7 of John Pill, picking up that lucky number 7. Good run from him as well. Robbie Richards as well. That 8th position with Brett Nielsen in 9th. Brad Gebhardt 10th. Christopher Blanchard going to be in 11th with Matthew Moniak in that 12th position. Bryce Hunter 13th with Ron Morris Jr. in 14th. Ben Branscombe going to pick up 15th with Ronnie Shirk. Not the best night for the Daytona winner last week. He is going to pick up 16th. Then it's going to be Christopher Pendle in that 17th spot. Michael Brizin 18th with the Jeremiah Hobbs. Ending his night early, as well as Jerry Jaworski. They're going to finish 19th at 20. Joey Dos Santos as well, or Joe Dos Santos, excuse me, ended his night early as well. He is going to round out your field here in that 21st position. So it looks like we're still waiting on Darling and Maurer to get into the staging area, and we'll get our post-race interviews ready to go here in just a moment. So it looks like we do have Darling and Joyner's third and second place finisher. Maurer just joined, so perfect. Gonna go ahead and get our interviews here rolling. And Chris, I think we started the theme last week with interviewing the winners first, and I think we're gonna continue that theme throughout the rest of the season. I'm enjoying talking to the winners right off the bat. So we're gonna go ahead and bring in that 971 to Nate Maurer. Have a word with your race winner here tonight at Homestead. Nate Maurer, Chris, and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. Just picked up your first win of the season, man, and damn, did you look good. Awesome pit strategy from you to get yourself out in the lead, Nate. How are you feeling after the victory here at Homestead? And, man, what an awesome job from you tonight.
First, before I talk anything about the race with me, I just want to congratulate everybody in here tonight, no matter where they finished. We ran a 100% green flag race tonight. 95 laps at Homestead with loose Xfinity cars, in my opinion, very loose. I know we had a stage break, but great driving by everybody. I just want to say that first. I know the field wasn't huge, but still, with these loose cars, nobody brought out a caution, and that's what I liked the most about tonight, that there was no cautions.
Yeah,
But
man, it was, oh, sorry.
now I'm just gonna go into my race. This is probably statistically my worst track, along there with Auto Club. I hate both of these tracks. I
Understandable.
never expected to come in here, and I thought the way around this place was the high line, which I'm pretty decent at running the high line, but sometimes during the race I usually end up hitting the wall, and that always ends my race. Then last night in the truck race, I was spotting Doug Neal, and everybody was kind of running, like, diving down to the corners, just kind of rolling it and getting back onto the gas in the middle of the turns and getting a good exit off. So I was like, I hope that's how the race goes tonight. So that's kind of what I practiced for tonight. I didn't practice at all until practice opened up tonight, and nobody really ran any long green flag runs. Like, I was really looking forward to seeing what Ronnie Shirk's long run was, and Jason. I know them two guys are fast in the truck series last season, so I was kind of looking up to them, and neither one of them ran a long stint of laps there. So I didn't know. Qualified very bad. And Logan Joyner, man, that boy had some speed, man. He was very quick. Jason had some pretty good short to medium run speed, and I noticed towards the end of the runs that, I don't know if he's burning up his tires or what, but I knew we were catching him. I felt like I had a fourth place car tonight. I knew doing what I was doing, I wasn't going to win the race. So I was trying to be the first on pit road, and all the guys that were in front of me there. And I think that's what won the race for me. And then luckily, when I pitted the second time, well, the last pit stop there, luckily Logan and Chris Starling, my teammate, congrats to him, finishing P3. Luckily, they all pitted with me there, that last pit stop, and I felt like I had it. I knew Logan was going to try getting up to me there at that last run, and kind of what he did. I kind of let him get down to about second and a half, 2 seconds till I started pushing on, and just I'm surprised. I was even telling Tyler Johnson earlier on this week that I suck at this place, so don't worry about me even coming close to winning here. But here I am, P1. I can't believe it. We're locked into the playoffs now. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. It looked almost easy for you out there, man. If you'd have told me coming into this race that you sucked here, I wouldn't have believed you. That 971 looked bad fast early, and you were, like you said, just kind of hanging out, biding your time, and then once it got go time, that 971 machine fired up, and you were a man on a mission. So it looks like that spotting that you got last night on Doug Neal really came into fruition.
Oh, big time. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I just kind of during the run there. I mean, I was telling him what to do. Well, first off, we got screwed over last night because he told me he had an extra set of tires and we did not. So I just kind of telling him, like, back up the corner here, and like we're just trying different things to see where you get the most speed off coming off the corners. And I kind of just did the same thing here tonight. But I don't know. I was not the best car here tonight. I really think Logan or Chris Darling were. But yeah, I don't know what happened to Jason there. I see he finished P5. Kind of happy because he would have been up there too, probably finished in front of me tonight.
Well, heck yeah, Nate. Well, you know what they say, man. The best car doesn't always win the race, and you proved that tonight. I mean, you don't think you maybe had the best car, but you had the best outcome. You had the best strategy and the best overall, just plan for the race, and it came out and it won you the race. A great green flag run from all the boys tonight, yourself included. And, Nate, it's got to say a big congratulations, locking yourself into the playoff, getting this win at Homestead. No, it's got to feel good picking up the first win of the Xfinity Series for yourself. And if you got any final words, thoughts, shout-outs, or anything before we let you get going here tonight?
Yeah, first, out there. Yeah, give a shout out to John Kinder. He messaged me right after the race. He's my favorite Cup driver. I think he's a lot of people's favorite Cup driver. He's just a genuinely nice guy, man. He said, good win. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. Good luck to you tomorrow night. Hopefully you're racing. My old man, I know he's watching right now. He already texted me, said, good win. He always watches every night that I race. And you guys up in the booth for coming back again this year. I can't wait to go back and watch the stream tomorrow morning on my way to work. I got an hour and a half ride to work, so that's what I'll be watching. Jason, for getting this Xfinity League started. I was a little mad at first that I had to be moved up from the Truck Series to the Xfinity Series, but here we are already, the first real track of the season. We got to win, so hopefully we can get a couple more and get some points like he did last season. And just everybody here, everybody that races in the Bluegrass Series and make this all possible.
Heck yeah, man.
And my teammates. I forgot my teammates. Doug Neal, Simbox. My boy Doug, man, he was there. His Braves are in the World Series right now, and he still sat in there with us and just kind of let us know what was all going on. He was watching the great Braves game at the same time, but shout out to him for sitting there and helping us through this race.
Yeah, man. Well, Nate, we're gonna go ahead and let you get heading out here tonight, man. Again, congratulations on the Homestead win, man, and we'll be seeing you next week, buddy. And always a pleasure to have the 971 up here in the booth.
Have a good night, guys.
You too. All right, and that was Nathan Maurer, your first place finisher. Gonna go ahead and bring in second place finisher Logan Joyner. Have a word with that 34 machine. See what he's got to say about that late run right there. Logan Joyner, Chris, and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. Man, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we just had a word with Nate Maurer, and he was saying that realistically he thinks you were the best car out here tonight, and even coming out of that last last pit stop cycle there at the end of the race, I was even saying that 34 was my favorite car to win, man. You had the early run speed, you had the mid run speed, you had the late run speed. Take us through those last couple stages of the final, closing parts of the race, and really, what do you think went wrong for the 34 machine? You had a dominant car all race early, and it seemed like there maybe a little bit of pit stop error or some lap traffic got in your way just a little bit at the wrong time. But it seemed like you just weren't able to close that gap like you were all night. Take us through that, Logan. And again, still, congratulations on the second place, man, here at Homestead. Very difficult track, and we're very excited to see you run so well here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think Nathan pit second last pit stop. I think he pit a little bit earlier than me, which give him the the leapfrog of getting out front a little bit. And I caught him coming into the pits, and I thought I was going to be fine. I was only worried about Chris really, but I think he took two is what I was hearing. So I don't know how he made that work. With more power to him, that was awesome run by him. And I caught him a little bit, and I guess I was just over driving it and couldn't get back to the bumper of him. But it is what it is. I'm happy with P2.
Heck yeah, Logan. Well, you still picked up the stage win here tonight, man. So, you had a good run going early. I mean, you still had a great run finish second place here at Homestead in a very talented field here going into Homestead. And you guys kept it green the whole way. I know it really relied on a lot of pit flag, man, I can't talk right now. Green flag pit stop strategy. So, it's good to see you guys get out there, rack the brain a little bit, have to use some strategy. So, coming into Homestead, we know it's a big flip over from Daytona. So, just kind of walk the fans through what it was like transitioning from Daytona maybe to a Homestead here tonight as you went here for the Xfinity race here tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different. I was talking with some guys and saying, well, the real racing starts next week, and I got to give my hats off to my spotter tonight, my best friend Nathan Mon, for doing all the strategy work for me. He did a fantastic job as always, and hopefully Richmond's a pretty strong track for me as well. Not so much at Circuit of the Americas, but we'll see what happens next week.
Heck yeah, man. Well, Logan, again, congratulations on the second place, man. We know maybe not the finish you wanted, but you still deserve, even the run you got. It was a very well-deserved run from that 34 machine. It looked good, ran good, and man, maybe just a couple more laps, we could be talking about another victor here tonight. But Logan, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout-outs, or anything before we let you get going here tonight, man, you're more than welcome to go ahead and throw them out there.
Yes, sir. First off, thank y'all for doing the broadcast. Y'all do an awesome job. I just watched it for the first time last week, and thanks again to Nathan Mon and Rowell Motorsports for having me on the team, and Detail Carolina out of Wilmington, North Carolina, their automobile detailing service. Thanks for having them on board. But yeah, thank you guys, everybody at the league at Bluegrass, Jason Collins, and everybody put together a pretty cool thing here. I'm excited about the rest of the season.
Yeah, man, we're excited about what that 34 machines got cooked up for us here on Tuesday nights. Well, Logan, again, congratulations on the second place, man, and we'll be talking to you next week and hopefully be having another word with you up here in the booth.
I hope so. Thank y'all.
Thank you, man. All right, and that was Logan Joyner, second place. Going to go ahead and have a word with your third place finisher, last on the podium step, Christopher Darling. Chris and Josh Kiwis up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Not much, man. Gotta just ask, how was racing out there tonight, man? I mean, third place, good, strong field, and man, you had a lot of battles with a lot of good race cars up there tonight, and seemed like still, even we heard taking the two tires at the end, that 11 machine was showing a lot of pace. How was you finding that pace out there tonight? And yeah, man, like we said, a lot of tough race cars you were having to battle with tonight, and still finishing P3. Just take us through a little bit of those early runs, and yeah, that last little bit of a call to go two tires there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun time tonight. Everybody raced hard, but they raced clean, so I appreciated that from everybody. Um, I don't know. This is one of my least liked racetracks. I was really struggling in practice, but I don't know, man. The cars kind of trended loose near the end of the run for me, and during the start of the runs, I was kind of tight a little bit. So near the end there, I kind of just decided to roll the dice. There wasn't really any rhyme or reason to it. I just kind of felt like I wasn't gonna make up ground or win the race doing the same thing as everybody else. So I just rolled the dice and went with it, and it kind of still worked out. I didn't lose anything. I didn't gain anything. So that's just where we ended.
Yeah, man. Well, you still had a good run here, and like you were saying, maybe not one of your favorite tracks, but Chris, you still picked up a third place finish. Still a good consistent run as we get into the third week, going into next week. So that's nothing to hang the head at, And it was a good run from you. You put on a lot of good battles. It was a good showing up here from the booth side. The fans definitely got a good eyes view at that 11 machine all night because you were making a good show out there and putting on one hell of a race for the fans and for yourself. It was awesome to see that 11 machine do out there and do battle. But, Chris, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, or anything before we let you go here tonight, you're more than welcome to go ahead and throw them out there and we'll get you wrapped up and let you go here.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my teammates at Simbox. They did a great job communicating all night, telling me what their car was doing and vice versa. Give a shout out to Taz Racing Customs, my sponsor. Guy makes great die cast. Just want to throw that in there. Other than that, just everybody I was racing with tonight. It was super fun. Definitely never expected a race to go fully green to the end, so that was kind of cool. But that's pretty much it. It's everybody for putting on the race. Thanks everybody.
Yeah, well, thank you, Chris, for having a little bit of a chat with us, taking the time out of your night to come up here and have an interview. But hey, man, again, congratulations on that third place. We're excited to see what you got for these Xfinity boys going in here to week 3, and hopefully we'll be able to have a word with you here in the future. And again, congratulations, and enjoy the rest of your week, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, and that was Christopher Darling, third place finisher. Well, Chris, do you have any final words for the Bluegrass fans over on YouTube and Facebook before we let them get wrapped up and going here tonight?
Yeah, just big shout out to Jason Collins for having us on here again. I heard Nate say, he was glad that we came on again. Well, glad that Jason had us back. Let us be a part of this again. Everybody out on the Facebook and the YouTube platform, we couldn't do it without you guys, all the family members, all boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, doesn't matter. We appreciate all y'all being out there on the Facebook and YouTube platform. Couldn't do it without y'all. Again, the Bluegrass League, for putting on the awesome races. Nate Maurer, Logan Joyner, Chris Darling on that 1-2-3 finish, and just looking forward to this Xfinity series going into Richmond next week.
Oh, heck yeah. Richmond is going to be a good one. You're not going to want to miss it, man. A lot of good drivers going in here, and it's going to be a good race for the Xfinity at Richmond trucks as well. But we're not going to get too ahead of ourselves. We do have the Homestead Race 4 Cup Series tomorrow night, 9 p.m. The stream will go live around 8:55 at that same time, so it usually does every night. Other than that, I think that's going to be all from me and Chris up here in the booth. Just got to say a big shout out to everybody that hopped on board here in the Facebook, YouTube. If you're on that YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. And on Facebook, make sure to hit that like button, follow the page, and just join us for our race here tomorrow night at Homestead. Also, got to say a big shout out to LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Kinder Performance Group, and Rims One. All the sponsors on board this season. Big shout out to you guys. Wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for you as well. But just want to say good night to all the Bluegrass fans, and we will see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m., Homestead-Miami Speedway for the Bluegrass Cup Series.